Prologue, the conquest of Earth. The sky burned crimson as the massive alien dreadnoughts descended upon Earth. The Vorthax, a ruthless insectoid species led by their merciless queen Xyris, had swept through the galaxy, crushing every civilization in their path. And now, humanity stood as their latest prey. Cities crumbled under the weight of their plasma cannons. Governments surrendered within days. The few human militias that resisted were obliterated without mercy. Within a month, Earth was no longer ours. Queen Xyris, towering over her subjects with her chitinous armor and 6 piercing eyes, addressed the broken remnants of humanity from her throne in what was once New York. "Pitiful creatures," she hissed, her voice dripping with disdain. "You are weak, fragile. You call yourselves warriors. Your greatest soldiers fell like insects before us. You are nothing but cattle now. And cattle do not resist." The humans bowed their heads in shame. But deep in the crowd, one man clenched his fists. His name was Captain Elias Varrow. And he was not done fighting. Chapter 1. The Last Soldier. Elias had been a Special Forces operative before the invasion. When the Vorthax came, he fought harder than most, leading guerrilla strikes, sabotaging supply lines, and saving civilians. But even he could not stop the inevitable. Now, he hid in the ruins of Chicago, watching as Vorthax patrols rounded up survivors for forced labor. Their queen's words echoed in his mind. "Weak. Pathetic." He refused to accept that. That night, Elias met with the last remnants of human resistance, a ragtag group of soldiers, scientists, and civilians. Among them was Dr. Liana Carter, a xenobiologist who had studied the Vorthax since their first appearance. "There's a weakness," she whispered. "Their queen is their neural hub. If she dies, their entire hive mind fractures. The others will go berserk, turn on each other." Elias smirked. "Then we kill the queen." "But how?" The Vorthax palace was an impenetrable fortress. Their warriors were faster, stronger, nearly invulnerable to human weapons. Then Liana revealed her secret project, Project Titanus. A stolen Vorthax exosuit, reverse-engineered and modified for human use. It'll give you their strength, their speed. But it's unstable. If you use it for more than an hour, it might kill you. Elias didn't hesitate. "I'll take it." Chapter 2. The Warrior Rises. The infiltration was suicide. Elias knew that. But as he donned the black and gold exosuit, its biomechanical tendrils fusing with his nervous system, he felt power unlike anything he'd ever known. He moved like a shadow through the ruins, avoiding patrols, until he reached the towering spire of the Vorthax throne. Inside, Queen Xyris lounged on her throne, amused by the groveling human prisoners before her. "You entertain me, little creatures," she sneered. "Your suffering is delightful." Then boom. The doors exploded inward. Smoke filled the chamber. And from the haze emerged a figure clad in dark armor, glowing blue veins pulsing with energy. "Queen Xyris," Elias roared. "You called us weak. Let's see how strong you really are." The alien queen's eyes widened, not in fear but in rage. "A human wearing our technology," she shrieked. "You dare!" With a flick of her wrist, her elite guards charged. Elias moved. His fist shattered the first warrior's skull. His blade bisected the second. The third fell to a plasma blast from his wrist-mounted cannon. Xyris stood, her claws extending. "You fight well, for a pathetic worm." Then she lunged. Chapter 3. The Death of a Queen. The battle was cataclysmic. Xyris was faster than anything Elias had ever faced. Her claws tore through steel. Her tail whipped like a blade, slicing pillars in half. But Elias was no longer just a man. He was vengeance given form. He dodged, countered, punched with enough force to crack her chitin. Impossible! Xyris screamed as she staggered back, green blood dripping from her jaw. You are human. You are nothing. Elias grabbed her by the throat and slammed her into the ground. The throne room trembled. You're right, he growled. We're just humans. But you made one mistake. He raised his plasma blade, its edge humming with lethal energy. You pissed us off. The blade plunged into her chest. Xyris shrieked, a sound that echoed across the planet as her hive mind shattered. Across Earth, Vorthax warriors clutched their heads, screaming as their neural link collapsed. Some turned on each other. Others fled in madness. The Queen gasped, her body convulsing. No. This cannot be. Elias leaned in, his voice a whisper. Humans don't break. We rise. With one final thrust, he ended her. Epilogue, the reckoning. With Xyris dead, the Vorthax Empire crumbled. Earth was free. Elias became a legend, the man who stood when the world fell. But as the last of his suit's energy faded, he collapsed. Liana rushed to his side. Elias, stay with me. He smiled weakly. Told you, it was worth it. The screen fades to black. Then a heartbeat. Monitor beeps. His eyes open. He's alive. And somewhere in the stars, the remnants of the Vorthax Empire remember. And they will return. Final chapter. The Reckoning. The Vorthax Queen's body lay motionless at Elias' feet, her once glowing eyes now dim. The throne room, once a symbol of her invincibility, was now a tomb. The alien warriors around them twitched and convulsed, their hive mind fracturing into chaos. Some turned on each other, their razor-sharp claws tearing into their own kind in a blind, directionless rage. Others collapsed, their bodies shutting down without their queen's will to sustain them. Elias staggered back, his modified exosuit flickering as its power drained. The strain of battle had pushed it, and him, to the brink. His muscles burned, his vision blurred, but he refused to fall. Not yet. Elias! Dr. Liana Carter burst into the chamber, flanked by a squad of human resistance fighters. Their eyes widened at the sight of the dead queen, then darted to Elias, who stood like a vengeful god amidst the carnage. You did it, Liana breathed. She's dead. The Vorthax are falling apart. Elias managed a weak grin before his legs gave out. Liana caught him just as the last of his suit's energy faded, its biomechanical tendrils retracting with a hiss. The suit, it was killing you, she whispered, her voice trembling. You shouldn't have survived that. Elias coughed, blood trickling from the corner of his mouth. Worth it. His body went limp. Epilogue, the dawn of a new war. 3 months later. The skies over Earth were clear for the first time in years. The surviving Vorthax forces had either been hunted down or fled into the void of space. Humanity, though scarred, had begun to rebuild. In a military hospital on the outskirts of what remained of New York, Elias Varrow opened his eyes. The sterile white ceiling greeted him. Machines beeped steadily beside him. His body ached, but he was alive. Took you long enough. Liana sat beside his bed, her arms crossed, but the relief in her eyes was unmistakable. Elias tried to sit up, wincing. How long was I out? 3 months, she said. We had to rebuild half your nervous system after that suit nearly fried it. You're lucky you're even breathing. Elias smirked. Guess I've got a habit of surviving impossible odds. Liana's expression darkened. It's not over, Elias. She tapped a holoscreen, and a transmission flickered to life. An intercepted Vorthax distress signal, sent just before their communications collapsed. A distorted voice hissed through the static. The hive is scattered but not broken. The Overmother comes. She will avenge Queen Xyris. She will burn their world to ash. The transmission ended. Elias clenched his fists. So they're coming back. Liana nodded. And when they do, they'll bring hell with them. Elias looked out the window, where the first rays of dawn painted the sky in gold. Then we'll be ready. Final scene, a warning in the stars. Deep in the void of space, beyond the edges of known human territory, a massive Vorthax fleet drifted in silence. At its center, a gargantuan vessel, black as obsidian, its surface crawling with biomechanical tendrils, pulsed with ominous energy. Inside, seated upon a throne of fused bone and metal, the Overmother stirred. Her 6 eyes opened, and she smiled. Soon,